Hey there, you're welcome to another edition of Junior Maths Mastery class. And if you are new to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. So for today, we are going to talk about fraction. When we say fraction, fraction is simply removing parts of a whole item. If, for example, I'm giving you a sandwich and I said this sandwich is yours alone, right? So it means that this is a whole sandwich, right? A whole, and that is one. It refers to one. Do you get that? This is a whole sandwich and it's referring to what? One. Good. And if you are to share the sandwich between yourself and your friend, it means you'll be dividing it into two, right? Good. So now dividing the sandwich into two, we have one part for yourself, another part for your friend, right? Very good. So this means that this one part will be referring to one out of how many parts altogether? 1, 2. Out of 2. Do you get that? Good. This is for you and this is for your friend. Your friend's part will also be what? 1 part out of 2 parts. Do you get that? Good. So this means that you having 1 out of 2, that is 1 over 2 of the sandwich, means that you are having half of the sandwich, that is 1 over 2 of the sandwich, and your friend is also having 1 over 2 of the sandwich. Do you understand? Good. And what if I say that your 2 other friends are coming to join you? So it means we need to share the sandwich into 4 equal parts, just like this, right? Good. So now let's look at the fraction of the sandwich that each of you will get. So for this first part, this part is for someone, right? This part is for another person, here is for another person, and here is for another person. That makes 4 in total, right? We have the sandwich in 4 equal parts, and that means one person will be getting 1 out of 4 parts. 1 out of 4 parts, right? Good. 1 out of 4 parts. 1 out of 4 parts. So each of you will be having 1 over 4 of the sandwich. That is 1 quarter. Do you understand? Very good. So when you talk about fraction, you are talking about a number above and a number below. You see the number above in the case of 1 over 2. The number above is referred to as numerator. Is referred to as what? Numerator. While the one below is referred to as denominator. Do you understand? Good. And 1 over 2 is also referred to as half. Right? Good. Give me another example of a fraction. I can say 2 over 5, right? Very good. 2 is the numerator and 5 is the what? Denominator. Very good. Do you understand? And I can refer this 2 over 5 as 2/5. 2/5. Do you get that? Good. What if I have 2 over 3. My 2 is the numerator and the 3 is the denominator, right? This will be referred to as 2/3. Do you understand that? Very good. So basically, the number above is numerator and the number below is what? Denominator. Very good. So what we need to do here is to figure out the fraction of the shaded part of this shape. We count the number of shaded parts over the total number of parts in that shape. Do you understand? Good. So follow me while we do that. So for the first shape, we have how many shaded parts here? We have 1, 2, right? Good. That will be 2 out of how many parts altogether? 1, 2, 3. That will be 2 over 3. Do you get that? Very good. And that is 2/3. 2/3 of the circle was shaded. Do you understand? Very good. So now let's look at the next shape. How many parts are shaded here? We have 1 part shaded, right? Very good. We put our 1 on top to be the numerator. And how many parts do we have altogether? We have 1, 2, 3, right? Good. And that gives us 1 over 3. Do you understand? Very good. And for the triangle, how many parts are shaded? We have 1 part shaded. And how many parts do we have altogether? We have 1, 2. And that is 1 over 2. Very good. So tell me the fraction of the shaded part in the next shape. Very good. 3 over 4. Right. And for this one, very good. 1 shaded part out of 4. That is 1 over 4. Brilliant. And the next shape will be what? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 shaded parts out of how many parts altogether? 8. Very good. And that is what? 5 over 8. Do you understand? Good. So tell me, what fraction of the next shape is shaded? Very good. 2 over 4. You can see it is easy, right? Good. And for the next shape, the fraction will be what? 2. Good. Over 5. 2 over 5. Do you understand? Good. And for this next shape, we are going to have what? 3 over 5. Very good. So easy, right? Good. And for this next shape, we have how many shaded parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We have 4 shaded parts out of how many parts in total? 4. Very good. So the fraction is 4 out of 4. That is 4 over 4. Do you understand? Very good. So for the next shape, what is the fraction? 4 over 6. Very good. You can see it is very easy to figure out, right? Good. And for the last shape, we have what? 2 over 6. Do you understand? Good. So having gotten the fact that For a fraction, we have numerator and denominator. Numerator is the figure above and denominator is the figure below, right? Good. So now let's talk about the types of fraction that we have. We talk about proper fraction. When I say proper fraction, it's just simply saying that you as a student and you are seated on a chair and then you carried your book on your lap. You know, it is easy for you to carry your book on your lap, right? Do you understand? So, you carrying your book on your lap is demonstrating how a proper fraction is. Do you understand? Very good. This is just a similitude of what proper fraction is. It is just a fraction that has its numerator less than its denominator. That is, the number below is bigger than the number above. You have a bigger number carrying a smaller number. Do you understand? Very good. For instance, we have 3/5. The 5 here is a bigger number and it is carrying the 3, which is a smaller number. So as such, this is a proper fraction. Do you understand? Very good. I would like you to give me example of proper fraction. I can say 2/4, right? Very good. And I can also say 4/7, right? Very good. And I can also say what? 3/8. As long as you have the bigger number below as the denominator and the smaller number above as the numerator, that kind of fraction is called proper fraction. Do you understand? Very good. So when we talk about improper fraction, if I have this scenario of your book on the floor and I'm having you sitting down on your book, can your book carry you? No, right? It's funny, right? Good. So in this case, we refer this situation to be improper, right? So when you have a smaller number as a denominator and your bigger number as numerator, we refer it to as improper fraction, the opposite of proper fraction. Do you get that? Good. So improper fraction is simply a fraction that has its numerator greater than its denominator. Do you get that? And this is a perfect example. I have 9/5. The 5 is carrying the 9. The 5 is a smaller number and the 9 is a larger number, which is on top. As such, this example is a perfect example for improper fraction. And I can also say 7/3. Right? And I can also say 4/2. Right? We know that proper fraction is when the bigger number is carrying the smaller number, and improper fraction is when the smaller number is carrying the bigger number. And we have another type, we call it mixed number. Here is just a mixture of whole number and a fraction. That is, in this case we have 2 whole number 1/7. The 2 is the whole number and 1/7 is a fraction. Do you get that? Let's look at the next example. So look at this first example here. if I give you a cookie and then I want to give you extra, this cookie here is 1, right? Is a whole. And the other cookie is not, so it is in parts. We have the one part, second part, and the third part, and that gives us 3/4, right? Very good. So now the fraction here is 1 and 3/4. That is one whole number 3/4. Do you understand? Very good. Look at the watermelon. We have a whole watermelon here. This is a whole and it is 1. Do you get? Good. And this is not a whole watermelon. It has been cut into half. So this is representing 1 out of 2 parts. Do you get that? This is half of a watermelon. So together we are going to have what? 1 and 1/2. That is one whole number 1/2. Do you understand? Very good. So look at this shape here. We have a completely shaded circle. That is a hole. We have another completely shaded circle. We have another whole number, right? Good. And the third one is representing one shaded part out of how many parts? Out of 5. That is 1/5, right? Very good. So our whole circle will be 1 plus another whole. That makes it what? 2, right? Very good. So our fraction here will be what? 2 whole circle, 2 whole colored circle, and 1/5 of the third one, and that makes it 2 whole number 1/5. Do you understand? Very good. So I want you to tell me the fraction of these ones. The first one will be what? Very good. 1 whole number 2/6. Very good. Do you understand? Good. And the second part will be what? 2. Good. That is 2 shaded, completely shaded circle. And what? 2/4. You can see it is very easy, right? Very good. So there are simple conversions that we can go through in fraction. We can convert from improper fraction to a mixed fraction. And we can go from mixed fraction to improper fraction. Are you following? Good. So let's see some examples. We are to express the following improper fraction. You can see these fractions are improper. This is 4/3. This is 57/10, 93/20, and 113/3, right? So we have to convert them to mixed fraction. And here is how we do it. Follow me as we do that. So 4/3 is simply saying 4 divided by 3. That is, when you count 4, how many 3 will you see in 4? We are going to get 1 3 in 4. And we are going to have remainder, right? It remains what? 1. So we have 4 divided by 3 to give us 1 remainder 1. So the 1 you got as your answer will be the whole number, and then your remainder will form the numerator for your fraction, and then your 3 will be your denominator, what you are dividing with. Do you understand? Let me recap. You have 4 divided by 3. 4 divided by 3 will give you 1. The 1 will serve as your whole number. You are going to have a remainder which is 1, right? So your remainder will be your numerator, and your denominator will be the 3 you are using to divide. Do you understand? Good. So 4 divided by 3, which is an improper fraction, equals to what? 1 whole number 1 over 3, which is a mixed fraction. Do you understand? Very good. Let's try out another example. Next one is saying 57 divided by 10. That is 57 over 10, which is also an improper fraction, right? Very good. So we say 57 divided by 10, that is, how many tens will you see in 57? Good. We have 5, which will be your what? Whole number. Are you following? And then your remainder will be your numerator for your fraction. So 10 in 57 is 5. Remainder, your remainder will be what? 7. Very good. So we have 7 over 10. Your denominator will always be the same denominator you were using to divide from the beginning. Do you understand? Very good. So here we are having 93 over 20. That is 93 divided by 20, right? So how many 20 will you see in 93? Very good. We have 4. So the 4 is our what? Whole number. So for the fraction part, we start with the remainder. So we have it will remain what? We have our remainder to be 13. Very good. Over 20. Do you see that? It's so easy to get, right? When you divide, for your first answer will be your whole number, and then your remainder will be the numerator, and your denominator remain the same. Do you understand? Very good. And for the last question that says 113 divided by 3. So that is, how many 3 will you get in 113? Very good. We have 37, right? Good. We have a remainder, right? And that is what? Good. Our remainder is 2. So we have 37 whole number 2 over 3. Do you understand? It is so easy to convert from your proper fraction, from your improper fraction to your mixed fraction. All you do is divide the value. Whatever you get first is your whole number, and then your fraction part, your remainder will serve as numerator, and your denominator will remain the same from the question. Do you understand? Very good. So now we are to convert from mixed numbers to improper fraction. When you have mixed number, we are going to improper fraction. It is so easy to do. So sit tight and let's do that. So our first question to convert from mixed number to fraction is 5 whole number 1 over 2. Very good. And here is what we do. It is so easy. You pick your whole number, which is 5, multiply by the denominator, which is 2. So that is 5 multiplied by 2. Then you add your numerator, which is 1. Do you get that? And your denominator remain 2. So this is 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. Plus 1 gives us 11. And that is 11 over 2. Do you understand? If you don't, you still have a chance. Here is simply what we do. Here we have 3 whole number 2 over 5. You multiply your numerator, you multiply your whole number and your denominator. That gives you what? 15, right? Then you add your numerator to it. And that gives you what? 17, right? Very good. And your denominator remain the same. Do you understand? This is what I'm explaining. We have 3 whole number 2 over 5, right? Multiply your whole number by your denominator. That is 3 multiplied by 5. 3 multiplied by 5. It gives us what? 15. Then what you do to your numerator is add your numerator together with your answer. And that gives us what? 15 plus 2, and that is what? 17. And then your denominator remain the same. Do you understand now? Very good. The next question that says 7 whole number 1 over 8. What do? We follow the same step. We do 7 multiplied by 8, right? And that gives me what? 56. Then plus 1. And that is what? 57 over 8. Can you see it is very easy? Very good. And the last question says 10 whole number 1 over 3. Just follow the step and you get it right. We multiply the whole number by the denominator, add your numerator, then everything over denominator, which is 3. Do you get that? So let's use that to solve this. So our 10 whole number 1 over 3 will give us what? 10 multiplied by 3. And that is what? 30. Very good. Then you add your numerator, which is 1. So 30 plus 1 gives us what? 31. Very good. 31 over 3. You can see it is very easy, right? Very good. So now, how do I know that you understood the lesson for today? Kindly put a pause to the video and do this assessment. So here we have the answers to the question. The first one says, which of the following is not a proper fraction? We have 1 over 4. 1 over 4 is a proper fraction because the denominator is bigger than the numerator. Same thing goes for 3 over 4 and 5 over 8, right? Very good. The only fraction that is not a proper fraction here is 3 over 2. And that is because your denominator, which is 2, is smaller than the numerator. Do you understand? Very good. And for your second question that says 99 divided by 5. 99 over 5 as a mixed fraction. So here we figure out how many 5 will you get in 99. And that is 19, right? Very good. And you have a remainder, which is 4. And your 4 serve as your numerator. So you have 19 whole number 4 over 5. Your denominator remains the same. Do you remember? Very good. And for the third question that says express 7 whole number 1/2 as an improper fraction. So you multiply your whole number by the denominator, that is 7 multiplied by 2 gives us 14. Then you add the numerator, that's 14 plus 1, that gives us what? 15. That is 15/2. I hope you got that right. Right? Very good. This is the end of today's edition. I hope you're able to get the concept right. Thank you for watching. Click on the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up.